Hello and welcome back to Scatterbrook Farm. My name is Eddie and this is my vlog, and today is September the 11th. We are up at field 17 where I'm just connecting the front up to the combine. I want to just back it off the header trailer here so we can move that out of the way and hook up all of our PTO and everything. There we go. And yeah, we are up here. We are going to be cutting this field today. It needs it'll need baling as well, so we've got that to do in the next couple of days. We've still got a good dry spell. You're going to have to wait, I'm afraid, car. Sorry. While I just get my tractor out of the way. Yeah. Woo. Don't know where he came from. Impatient cars around Shamrock Valley. They don't like waiting for you. So we'll leave the trailer here. We'll hook that up. Well, actually, I'll hook that up now because I need that hooked up now. Yeah, they are very, very impatient cars around here. I tend to avoid the main road when I can because we do end up with a situation where we get beeped at a lot. But around here and at this point, it's not very easy to do that. They tend to want you to move quickly. There's our neighbour. Give him a quick beep. We'll leave the tractor here while we jump into the combine, and well, we'll get the gate open first. There we go. And we'll jump into the combine and head up there. So lift our header. Start her up. And as always, we'll head into the field going counterclockwise. Get this done this way, and away we go. And it's doing quite well. We have got quite a hill on this field as well, so I'm expecting the fuel consumption to be not great. We are down to 3/4 of a tank, and you can see we're using nearly 1,000 litres per hour at the moment. Not much I can do about this at the moment, other than, as I said, we're trying to source a fuel bowser. If I can get one of those, if I can get something that will allow me to get fuel down here easily with the Land Rover, then we'll be in a good place. We'll be able to keep this combine going. But it's the running back and forth, because it's just me. Getting more than one vehicle down here means I have to do a lot of running and things. So I tend to try and do things in short bursts and slowly work my way away from the farm. That way I'm only having to walk or run back short distances all the time. Now, before I go any further, I need to check that we are producing... Yeah, we are producing straw for here, so that's good. I thought so. All my instruments were telling me are, but I just don't trust it most of the time. So this should be a pretty good field of wheat. I'm pretty happy with the yields and everything on here, and the yields we've been getting in general at the moment has all been good. Seem to have a bit of a fog or a haze coming in up the valley today, but it's all good. It's all working well, and we should have. We're still looking at having a good few days to get the rest of the stuff we need to harvested. We're gonna have the sunflowers in a couple of days, I think. But this is our last field to do before that. We've got. I need to get this field baled before we attack the sunflowers. So I think my next vlog will probably be covering that. There we go. Now this is always a tricky maneuver to make, because we want to come back in out. Yeah. Should give us enough space to get into here, but it doesn't always. I think we're going to have to go around. How are we for space? I think we're going to have to go around twice. There's no space. This is one of our tightest fields, and there's not really any space to turn around to attack the second headland with the auger into the field. Fortunately, we're not going to have a full tank on our second round, so it's not too bad. Could be worse if we had to maneuver. But having said that, we've got one headland. We'd be able to maneuver into a position where we'd easily be able to deal with it. So not too worried either way, not too fast either way, but working well. And we should have quite a good time of it as a result. Auger is in a good position. We are half full. Not bad off such a small field. Yeah, we need to do an awful lot more work around here. Get a lot more fields in order to get a massive amount of crops and yield off here. It's as I said last time, our main thing around here is the pigs. All of the arable farming we do around here is really to support the pigs and make sure we've got pig feed. We're able to work out from what we've got how much we need to hold on to the crops that we've harvested per year, and therefore how much we can sell for the rest. But it does take up quite a bit of our crops that we harvest. Just doing the pig feed and getting the pigs fed. So yeah, it's we do this more for the straw and more for the pig feed, and we seem to have a few weeds in this field actually, which is not great. That is going to harm our yield a bit. But now you can see where our issue is. We've got two headlands done. We should be able now to get this turned around and start going back the right way round, which would be good because then we'll be in a position where we can actually empty the combine without too much hassle. And that's why we've done the first two headlands the opposite way round, with the auger into the crop. It's quite difficult sometimes to get it the other way. And if we can't get it the other way, then or if we need to get it the other way, then we have to. What are we up to? We are up to 80% full, so it won't be too long before we empty. To get a full tank off these headlands is pretty good. As we said in previous vlogs here, I really want to get a full tank off the headlands first. Normally means that we'll get around about 2 tanks off a field, which is not too bad. It's about 8,000 litres, so as I said, not a huge amount of crops that we tend to pull off of our fields every year. Deactivate the lights that have come on automatically. But it is enough to keep our pigs fed, and as I said, our pigs are what we are doing and trying to sell. There we go, and make our money on here. It is a pig farm in a field of dairy farms. But yeah, you can see from the fact that we can see the far headlands, this is not a big field. This is not one of our larger ones. It will produce, it might produce another tank off here, I think. So 8,000 litres would be good. There we go. Let's get the Let's go and grab the tractor and trailer, and we can pull that up alongside, and then open up the auger and get it emptied. We need to undo these first. There we go. That one, and then that one, and take that off. Press this up. And then we can head into the field and get it emptied. If I go around this way, I'll get round the right direction. There we go. Up the field, round. And hopefully we'll get this emptied fairly quickly. There we go. That's emptying nicely. Looking very, very good. And yeah, keeping us going really well. Right, that is emptied. Let's get this going again. I'm just going to turn the engine off on the tractor. We don't want to leave this running any more than we have to. Into the combine, in with the auger, and away we go. So that's a whole tank off here. Really, really good start, and means that, as I said, yeah, we should get about 8,000 litres off here. It's a lot less compared to some of the bigger farms around, but we are, yeah, we are very much not a big farm around here. And basically, what I do now is cut in. Now I'm hoping that our tractor's not going to be in our way, but we shall see. And we cut along this way like this because this is going a little bit more with the grain of the slope. It should help us with any baling we do. And you can see that we planted the field in this direction as well. It does go a little bit down with the slope, but it's still a bit more across it than it is up it. So it will also help us with our fuel consumption, because as you can see, we are already down to 3/8 of a tank. So anything that means I'm not fighting the slope all the time and using around 600 litres per hour rather than 1,000 is good and helpful. So that's more what I'm aiming for with this kind of thing. See, even now we're up to 800-900, but that's so much less than we had when we were going up the headlands to do that cutting. And also, the other great thing about where we've cut in is we're keeping out of the way of the tractor and trailer. As I said, I don't think we're going to be using that again until we get to the end of this field, because we are only 20% full at the moment. I'm fairly pleased with this. It's not quite the size of yield I think I would have really liked on here, but it is at the very least going well and cutting well, and I'm pleased. I'm so pleased that it's cutting well. There we go. And oh, this is actually probably going to be the last time this year that we use this header on the combine. For the remainder of stuff, for the sunflowers and for the corn, we're going to want to be using our other header. So our corn header. So yeah, it will be the last time this year that we use this header on this combine. So that will probably head off to get. Oh, that's not good. Right, there we go. Probably head off to get maintained and looked after. We can then get it back and get it stored and sorted and everything. And if it's away while we're having the yard reconstruction done, that will be good, because it's one less thing to sort of try and juggle about the yard, which will make me happy. I want to see what kind of yield we get off our sunflowers, because that is one of our biggest fields that we're going to be reducing the size of course. So yeah, it makes sense for us to see how we're going with that, and make sure that we're not too bad. I'm going to actually pop back down the bottom here and just get this little bit so we're not doing a lot of travelling. Can we get all of that in? Nope. That's what happens when you come at it from the wrong angle. Let's do that. Oh, baling that bit is going to be a pain, because that's all going to be intermingled with the headlands. There we go. Let's have a look. Do we do another cutting? Yes we do. It's getting thinner up the top end of this field, but we still want to do a cutting. Just opens things up for us, and means that we're in a good place as far as fuel usage. We are down to 1/4 of a tank. I'm really hoping that this is going to be enough to get off this field. I've not got a huge amount left. Oh, come on. The fuel consumption is the one thing that is a bit mad on this combine. It has been since we got it. It just drinks and drinks and drinks fuel, to the point where I have my eye on it all the time these days. And this field, as I said, is one I don't want to have to fill up on, because it is that quite long drive back to the farm to sort it. But it is approaching that 1/8 of a tank. The fuel light is most definitely on, and we have about 4 more rows to go. The good thing is, once we turn the thresher off, we're okay. We'll put our fuel consumption down quite considerably. But at the moment, I think we might have to. Take it up to when it gets serviced this year. When we get this serviced and when we get it done over the winter, I think we need to get the fuel consumption looked at, because it is rather heavy on that. And we'll see what the dealer says, because it's I think a fuel bowser in general is good. It means we have less runs back to the farm for stuff with the combine, but at the same time, I don't think we should be using as much fuel on here as we are. But we are going to have enough fuel to get this job done, which is good news. Really good news. And look, there we go. There goes the steam engine. So that isn't a main line, obviously. You don't get any steam engines on main lines anymore. But what it is it's a tourist line that runs into Sandy Bay, based on an old one it discontinued one. They run services all the time though. I think it's mainly enthusiasts just really enjoying playing with steam engines. But yeah, They run those all the time. It does have a few people in the carriages sometimes, but it's as you saw there, it's mainly empty. Never quite sure where they get their money from to run it as much as they do. There we go. And done. So turn the thresher off. Reduce our... You see, it's once we no longer have the thresher running, we're down to about... we're less than 100 litres per hour. So there's definitely something in when we're running that is just causing a massive amount of fuel usage. There we go. This is in no way going to fill this trailer though. Right. And I'm going to take this down towards the bottom of the field. We'll come back with the 6810 in a bit, and load up our header. For now, though, I'm just going to put this down, put the handbrake on, and turn it off because that is done. And I need to get this back to the farm. Let's have a look in our trailer, shall we? I need to come at the ladder from the other side. Oh, there we go. And yeah, okay. It's not the biggest yield. It's not the biggest amount of grain ever, but it is a decent amount. So we'll get that back. Total is 7,300 litres, which will work. Which will be good feed for the chickens for the year. Hopefully will be enough feed for the chickens for the year. As I said, the arable farming we do around here is more to support our chickens and our pigs than it is to do our own stuff with. So there we go, and we'll get that baled up and done. And we'll all be good. All in all, though, that has been a successful wheat harvest. I'm really pleased with that. We will get this tipped, and yeah, as you can see, those sunflowers are looking very nice. So we want to get those done as soon as we can. Alright, round we go. And into our silo. I'll turn that off. And yeah, so there we are. That is the wheat harvest done. All gone into the silo. I'm happy with that. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this vlog. Which means that all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos from the farm, please subscribe to the channel and ring that bell. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.